What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of React and Chill with Shelby Dudley. It's Bay Reacting here, ECW original ECW original. Um, Welcome to the channel. Have you been here before? Are you new? Drop me a comment. Let me know. But make sure, more importantly, you subscribe. Subscribe. As I go through the history of ECW television, we're in the Eastern Championship Wrestling Days, 1993, episode number 10. Still working on. Got a few more matches to go. So I'm going to hit play, and we're going to see what this next match is because I have no idea. And these, also, too, if you haven't heard from my last few episodes, these are part of ECW TV that I never have seen or watched. So it's going to be interesting for us all. So here we go. Let me hit play. Let me put myself down here in the corner first. And let me hit play and let's see what's up.
I'm here with Wildman Sal Promo, and Mr. Promo, apparently there's a lot of situations at hand.
First situation, Philadelphia! Wake up! The bell, Liberty Bell, running again. The match of the century. You know what? I'm going to challenge the son of Philadelphia. You know what I'm going to challenge? That in my case. I got one guy I see many times on TV. He stole my name. Sylvester Stallone, I'm telling you this. I challenge you a wrestling match, a boxing match, I wrestle anything. But are you ready for me? I don't know. And that is on TV. I'm telling you, I'm challenging you. Sylvester Stallone, the movie star. I am a movie star. I am the best man ever come in Philadelphia. Now, here's another thing also. He's got two big men in here in the ACW. Two big masked men. He left the mask in the dressing room, and I got the mask and I put it in my head, and I went around the ring. You know why? Because the kids love that, and I love it. And what happened to me? He jumped on me. Nobody makes fun of me. Big wrestler. Big muscle. But I'm telling you, IBB in Philadelphia, the building's got a crack.
This is great. This is great. The subtitles are great.
I'm going to tell you this. The man with the crack in his head, he's come to Philadelphia for the Super D, for Sylvester Stallone, and anybody else come in front of me. I'm going to do everything in ACW.
Sal Promo, he's a wild man.
All right, what do we got going on here? Suicide Blondes, Osbourne,
pounds. He is the madman from
and
the
Cairo.
Glen Osbourne.
But Cairo just won the Pennsylvania Championship.
From Mystic Isle, New Jersey, 251 pounds, the newly crowned Pennsylvania State Champion, Iron Man Tommy Cairo.
So, I mean, that's would tell you, like, you would think to yourself, they just gave him a singles title. Why would they put the tag straps on them?
Hunter Q.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Had no idea this happened.
Philadelphia, a combined weight of 600 pounds, counting their ego. Sir Christopher Candido, Sir Jonathan Hotbody, the Suicide Blondes.
Back here at ringside with Paulie Dangerously fans, and I guess it's official, Paulie. Hunter Q. Robbins III in alliance with the Suicide Blondes.
Well, from what I understand, like I said, he's a very good friend of both Hot Body and Candido's. He likes them personally. I don't know if there's officially an alliance. The only thing I can tell right now is that, you know, he's very good friends of theirs, and he's going to look after some of their investments for them. I wouldn't actually say yet that he's their manager, but I wouldn't say that he's not either.
Well, what happened to Hunter Q. Robbins representing the Super Destroyers?
What happened? Why don't you tell me? I didn't know that anything happened to it. He obviously still manages the Super Destroyer.
Suicide Trolls.
With an S, and he still now has some sort of vested interest in Candido and Hot Body.
The Suicide Blondes. One of Stevie Wonderful's favorite tag teams.
Stand a fan.
This week, Paulie.
Well, Stevie's taking care of a few videotapes for me, and I'm sure he'll be out here sooner or later. And
Stand a fan.
Later.
Classic.
Later, you know. He will be. He's doing his job for me.
Whatever, Paulie. All right, let's head up to the ring for some action, fans. There's the bell. I think we've got Glen Osbourne.
I just want to say real quick, it was smart to have Paulie now in the booth calling it because Paul's helping put over the angles the way they should be, and it just helps everything in general. Just like this whole situation now with Hunter Q with Suicide Blondes. But the one thing is, like, I think he also too, as Jay Sully mentioned, the alliance. That was Paulie's gimmick, the Dangerous Alliance. So I think Paul was also trying to steer off of that word as well.
Facing off against Sir Christopher Candido to get things off to a
Yeah, well, you think correctly.
Thank you, Paulie.
You're welcome, Sully.
Oh, shoulder block by Glen Osbourne on Christopher Candido.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too much of a shoulder block. He pulled Candido's beautiful blonde hair.
How about Jonathan Hotbody's beautiful blonde hair? Care to comment on that, Paulie?
Yeah, what's wrong with it? It's beautiful and it's platinum. What's wrong with it?
And the
kind
king,
of a darker shade of blonde.
And the king has no clothes, right, Paulie? Another nice right hand by Christopher Candido. Glen Osbourne firing back now. Takes Candido all the way across the ring with those right hands. A whip into the turnbuckles. Back body drop on Sir Christopher. Johnny Hotbody into the ring, met by a nice clothesline. Oh, a double noggin knocker by Glen Osbourne on the Suicide Blondes. These competitors have to be a little bit weary or tired, Paulie. All four just in that big battle royal for the Pennsylvania State Heavyweight Championship. And speaking of that Heavyweight Championship, the Iron Man, Tommy Cairo, the new Pennsylvania State Champion in the ring.
Wow, he just belly-to-bellied him right onto the rib cage. Wham, and another one.
Both the Suicide Blondes buried by a nice move on Tommy Cairo's part. Chris Candido fights back, though, with a nice boot to the midsection. Followed up with a shoulder block. He's got the Iron Man in the ring. Oh, whips across the ring now. It's to follow it up. Oh, the Iron Man, Tommy Cairo, out of the way. Christopher Candido catches himself on that middle ring rope. That's got to hurt, Paulie.
Oh, it does. It most certainly does. And right now, Candido's in big, big trouble. He needs to make the tag, or we might see the ECW Tag Team titles change right here.
Incredible, the Suicide Blondes. Glen Osbourne in, and a nice clothesline on Sir Christopher Candido.
The interesting thing is, I think, like, as I'm watching this,
and he's comforted by his friend and confidant Hunter Q.
I think Cairo would have been a better, better face champion than Sandman. He seemed to be more over for sure.
Glen Osbourne over the head with his cane. There's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Unbelievable. The Suicide Blondes victorious here again. Thanks to Hunter Q. Robbins III.
And still, ECW Tag Team Champions, the Suicide Blondes.
Hey, speaking of greatness, you don't mind, let me go into the back and invite the new king to come out here and join you.
The new king?
You hear me, you hold your tongue. I have an announcement to make. It is my pleasure to now manage the greatest tag team champions to ever set foot in ECW, the Suicide Blondes. And if that isn't enough, we've got something to sweeten the deal. Allow me to introduce to you the third Suicide Blonde, Sir Richard Michaels. Don't they just look fine? That's it. See that? You're looking at the greatest.
Zero reaction. There was no need for it.
Super Destroyers. Well, guys, I didn't know you were supposed to be out here tonight. Listen, you. We were the champions for 2.5 years. We deserve a shot here. No matter what you say, these people can attest to it. We held those belts. What do you got to say for yourself? Look, number one, you guys were great in your day, but you're still my boys. How can I have my boys go up against my boys? I mean, it's all in the... Listen, we can go against anybody we please. You know why? You're fired! Fired! Get going.
Oh, incredible, fans! The Super Destroyers, who have just fired Hunter Q. Robbins III as their manager, are in the ring now with the Suicide Blondes, the third Suicide Blonde.
See, now he shouldn't have hit Hunter Q there. There should have been a big build-up, for them to get their hands on Hunter Q.
Now they're stalking Sir Christopher Candido. Oh, Christopher Candido outside the ring. The new Suicide Blonde, Chris Michaels, the only one remaining, and there he goes.
Yeah, I mean, they should have had, like, Hunter Q run off so they didn't get their hands on him. I hope that sign falls off. That's embarrassing.
Incredible action here, folks. The Super
We've
Destroyers.
taken about everything we can. Todd Gordon, we want you up here, baby. Guess what? Right now.
Calling the president of the ECW.
President of
Todd Gordon to the
ECW,
ring.
let's go.
Must have some kind of announcement.
Listen, we did a lot for this organization. We did everything we had to do. We even went against each other for the draw a while ago, and you know as well as I do. We won a match with these guys to retain our belts. And we won it.
Super Destroyers demanding a title match with the Suicide Blondes. Asking Todd Gordon, the president of the ECW, for that match. I think he's yet to make a decision yet here, folks, but the Super Destroyers are clearing the ring of the Suicide Blondes. Let's see what President Todd Gordon has to
Super
say.
Destroyer 1 and 2, Eastern Championship Wrestling is a fans federation. You want a title match, we'll sign it right here next week.
Incredible. You heard it here, folks. Next week on Eastern Championship Wrestling, the former champions, the Super Destroyers, will meet the current champions.
I liked what they did. I think
Suicide
that's what they needed to
Blondes.
do with the
Folks,
Super
we'll
Destroyers
be
at that
right
point.
back for some more hot Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, I totally think that was the right move and right direction for the Super Destroyers. But they shouldn't have. There should have been this big build-up till they got their hands on Hunter Q, because that's what everybody would have wanted to see. But it was like one stupid shot, and that was dumb. They shouldn't. He shouldn't have laid his hands on him at all. But he might not even have realized what he did either. Honestly, he might have just been, his back was turned. He turned around and popped them. But what can you do? But it's going to be interesting. It's still going to be very interesting. We see what direction they go. Also, too, at this point, I want to see after this match or this feud, if they're going to do a feud with them, how long then do the Super Destroyers stay in ECW? Are we going to start seeing others fall off and others come in? It's just going to be a very interesting turn of events, so to say. Because you can see from the early ECW, a lot of the locals, myself included, have already been cleared out. So that's why, and I've said many times through older episodes, and I've said many times in many interviews, at this point of my career, I was very bitter and angry against ECW because I did so much for them behind the scenes as well, helping out, and I felt very jaded, pissed off, disgruntled because I was no longer a part of it. So, but also too, it happens in every profession. Excuse me, I'm yawning. But all right, so everybody, hey, if you haven't already, go down below, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, get all the notifications, and drop me a comment. I answer all the comments, and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you have to. I mean, give me a thumbs down for the yawn. I think I deserve that. But anyway, all right, I should be back in 2 days with the next episode. Let's keep going on the road to the extreme.